A very good afternoon, Mr. Engel de Boer.
Nice meeting you.
Likewise. Welcome again to the World Yachting Summit, second day.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure as always. And I believe your panel discussion was very interesting in the perspective of safety issues. We're talking about fleets and yachts and expectations, and I think there's been a big diversion towards net zero. So much so that we're losing track of the safety issues right from the very start. Can you elaborate something about it, please?
Yeah, absolutely. I do believe that during the World Yachting Summit, there's been a lot of focus on the road to net zero, which is absolutely very important. I mean, from a sustainability point of view, that is something which we need to be pushing, but we've been doing this for the last 5 to 6 years. And what we've seen happening at the same time, particularly if we look at the number of incidents and accidents which have come into the public domain of the yacht industry, it is time to switch back to the basis on which owners and charterers can have their luxury experience, and that is safety.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to bring it back to safety aspects, and not particularly from a regulatory point of view, whereby we're just talking about sort of technical regulations, which is sort of the company I work for, Lloyd's Register, but more from a human factors aspect.
Absolutely.
And the reason I'm saying that is because I strongly believe that the sector, as it's called, instead of an industry, there is a need to up the level of safety. We're now stuck in a sort of blaming culture, and that to me shows a level of unprofessionalism in terms of safety, and you need to go up to a level whereby you truly have a safety culture.
Absolutely.
And you don't just achieve that by over-regulation, by increasing more, having more regulations, by waiting for another accident to happen and then start imposing regulations as a consequence of that. No, we need to figure out where we stand within the industry in terms of safety, and then on the basis of that compare ourselves to other sectors within the maritime industry, and then sort of reap some of the low-hanging fruits to take immediate action, but also to evolve to a safety culture aspect, like the offshore industry has done in the past. It is time for the yacht sector to do exactly the same. We can't we can't carry on doing the things we've done so far. And the World Yachting Summit has given us a stage to talk about it. It also given us a stage to promote a safety culture survey and crew well-being survey, which we've initiated within the industry. That has been released on the 1st of April for a period of about 3 months. 4 months we will run it. We've sent it out to the management companies, as many crew and captains as possible. It's quite an extensive survey because it's scientifically based, and our psychologists within our company will analyze the results in 3-4 months' time, and we will share the report with the industry to make sure exactly where is it we're at in terms of safety, and what is it we can do in order to improve it.
Very good.
And I'm really passionate about it, as you can see.
I can feel the pulse. But do you think we can include neurosciences and leadership, better conditions of work for crew, or do they have mental health issues?
It's part of the survey as well. So the survey addresses, I would say 3/4 of the survey addresses safety culture, so safety-related issues and questions and answers they can give, and I would say probably a quarter or a third of it is in relation to crew well-being, because the two are very, very closely related. One doesn't go without the other. So in order to get the best picture of what the situation is, please, let's get this survey out to as many crew, captains, management companies as possible, so as much data as we can have. We will share the data with the industry, and then we'll work on it. But it's time to not just focus on sustainability, because if it isn't safe, it's not sustainable anyway.
Exactly. And from a Lloyd's Register point of view, there's been a surge in the production of yachts. Given the old school of thought when it was initially founded, and given the way the industry is moving now, what has been your experience in terms of the regulatory amendments or the way of doing business, or is the original model still following its practices?
I think the fundamental way of looking at quality and safety, the basis is still there. But of course, from a Lloyd's Register perspective, we had to evolve, particularly in the digitalization of the world we live in nowadays, which is why Lloyd's Register bought One Ocean, We bought the OTG group, all companies very much involved in the digital era and the digital part of the industry. With, for example, OTG, on the top of my head, they train up to 30,000 seafarers globally online.
Fantastic.
Through micro training, which is really fascinating because you can actually have tangible results. So that shows that we also are moving more into a digital area, and we're doing the same by making use of artificial intelligence, because also our rules and regulations can now be searched with all sorts of search engines. The most important thing with that is you always need to validate the results. Because if not, if you just take the answers from AI for granted, and it is on an important matter such as safety, you are taking a risk. So we need to find the appropriate mechanism through which we can validate that data. And that's a role we will definitely have to play.
Fantastic. Keep going strong. Thank you very much for your insights, and it's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Likewise.
Bye-bye.
Good luck. Thank you.